Hello and welcome back to the 14th episode of Curly's Trading Blueprint. We are nearly done this series. You literally know how to take setups trading this strategy. This is Trade Structure Part 2. And what I'm going to go over in this video, because we went through the backtest and how to backtest it, I'm going to go through some invalid trades. Some invalid trade structures that I would not like to take, and explaining why them positions are no longer of importance or something we'd be looking to take. Let's get into the first example, which is a bullish example. This is the example of the first trade. Now, this is a bearish example. I did say bullish, but this is a bearish example. We're going to get an inverse to the downside in this position, but this is a trade I would not like to take, and it's for two reasons. We're going to go over the main two reasons in this explanation. When we look here, price is not going anywhere really. We're not sweeping any key highs. We've took out this high here. We come back down. We failed to take the low. We have SMT here and we have SMT here. So that's something I want to talk about. We have SMT on both sides of this chart, as you can see right there. And then we have SMT at these highs right here. Now, because we have SMT on both sides and we're stuck in this range, we can't break the high and the low. And when I go over to the left, as you can see, we're stuck in this choppy range. We're not taking out any key levels. So for me, this is called consolidation, where price is like a barcode. It's not trending towards draws on liquidity. Remember, we're either taking continuation setups or reversal setups or AMD. But AMD will still be to a draw on liquidity. In this example, we're just accumulating. We haven't got the manipulation yet, so we can't look to take a setup. When I look here and let price play out, as you can see, this is the inverse I want to talk about. Grid this box. This little inverse fair value gap here, okay? Yes, we have SMT at the top. Yes, we inverse. But look at this. We have a little 1 minute gap below that we'd have to go break even at. And by the time I even went to hit the button, we already came down and tapped that gap. And you don't just enter after tapping the gap, enter lower and try and target this SMT down here. Even if price ends up working, it does. This trade ends up winning. But this is not a setup I want to be taking, because we've already took our break even line right there. Yes, we took it literally a second after I entered, so you would have had to go break even if you got in. But for me on this day, I couldn't even get in. It went that quick. Just accept that you can't enter the trade. You have to wait for a better and more high quality setup. Where there is SMT on both sides like this is another reason I don't love this setup, because we've SMT to the upside and downside. What one's going to break? I don't know what one's going to break first unless I have a super strong draw on liquidity. And because we're accumulating, I don't have a super strong draw on liquidity in this example. I just don't have somewhere I'm expecting price to go because of this consolidation we have. We could go either way in my opinion. So this is an exact example of a trade you want to avoid. If you look at that trade right there I just showed and go look at all the trades I've shown throughout all the videos, you should have them journaled in Notion as I explained, then you can see why the other trades are better quality setups, better inversions, doesn't take the break even, super clean draw on liquidity, delivering from a super clean area. You can't say a lot of them things about this trade here, so it's a less high quality setup. It's a trade we want to be avoiding, but it's a trade that a lot of people enter trading this strategy, and that's why they don't see success, because they get caught up trying to take the trade every single day. Even if you miss a high quality setup, don't just try and force another inversion setup. These are the type of trades we're looking to avoid when trading this strategy. This is a bearish example. Remember, 3 reasons we don't love this trade. Consolidation, a load of reasons actually, not 3. Consolidation, we don't have a clear draw on liquidity. We didn't tap into a key area. We've SMT on both sides. There's 4 reasons not to enter. Then we tap the break even line a second after before you could even get in. And if you did get in, then you would have got break even. So this is type position we're looking to avoid when trading. Here is a bullish example of a setup that we just wouldn't like to take in our trading. When I let price plow here, as you can see, we're chopping at the bottom here. We come down here, we don't re-sweep this low. We've no SMTs, we've no SMT at these lows. We've no higher time frame sweep on liquidity. We've no lower time frame sweep down here. We'd like to see maybe a manipulation like to go higher as we draw. So if we get the manipulation leg high, and then we get the leg back down, taking people out with that manipulation, sweeping this low, then we could look for a trade long. But we don't get that in this example here. So we do have a bullish or a bearish fair value gap to the downside, and it does get inverse with momentum, as you can see right here with this candle here. But we close basically on the same line as where I'd like to go break even. We could take this position and go break even super quickly, but for me, we're not delivering from a key area. We don't have the sweep on liquidity. We don't have the SMT. There's not many key clear draws above. We've chopped down all New York session. You're hoping for a big reversal to the upside. The only areas you might target is this swing high here. It's not inside a fair value gap. It's already tapped this order block to go lower. As you can see, that is an order block right there. So for me, if price wants to go lower, this would be a protected high. Remember, if we were taking a trade and using the order block to go lower, this would be a protected high to go down lower as we take in our order block trades. If you don't understand what I said there, make sure you go watch the order block video again, because I talk about stop losses with wicks using order blocks. But we haven't took out any of the super key draws down here lower, like this wick down here. As you can see, we haven't took out this wick here. As you can see, draws on equity lower to the downside. So for me, this isn't the kind of setup we're looking to take. You're basically chancing that you're going to get break even, or it might run, but it's not telling you. We want to be waiting for the better quality setups. This is a lower tier setup, and it's something we're not looking to enter. Yes, if you enter right there, I don't even know where I put my stops. I'll probably put my stops there, and then I'd be looking to target 1 hour, and then maybe it'll play out. As you can see, you would have been stopped out. So, or you would have got break even. Sorry, my apologies. You would have been break even instantly on the trade, as you can see right there. If you held, then you would have been stopped out. And as you can see, price ends up chopping. It's just not showing us we're delivering from a key area to push us higher. We need that key area tap, that inverse with momentum. We do have the inverse with momentum. We do have one of them. But we don't have a key draw on liquidity, and we don't have a tap into a key area. Remember, they are 1 and 2 in our strategy. The inversion with momentum is only the third and final factor. People with this strategy find the inverse with momentum and then go and see, oh, we've a drawn liquidity here, try and find one, like they would have found that high. But if they're using what we've talked about, that's a protected high. As you can see here, price comes up and doesn't take out the high. So it's showing it's protected. If I put a wick there, it never takes out that high and goes back down. That's a protected high that we're not looking to target with our trades. It's just not the best quality setup. Yes, they can win sometimes. Any trade can win sometimes, but it's not what we're looking to take in this strategy. So avoid taking it. Remember, work at the start, draw on liquidity, tap in a key area, inverse with momentum, and make sure it's at a good volatile time like New York Open, or if you're taking a PM session trade, PM means the evening UK Ireland time, then make sure it's a good quality setup from a key area with momentum, and avoid taking trades like this. That will make you way more profitable, in my opinion, and stop you cutting out these 1, 2 hour losses in day. They're going to set you back weeks, if not months of progress, because you're taking bad quality setups. Again, I don't want to make this too long because you know how to trade. We've went over the strategy. If you don't know, rewatch the videos. You can trade this strategy. There's loads of examples we went through in all the trades, so make sure you're journaling all the trade recaps. But to finish on this topic of the trades not to take, these are the questions you should ask yourself before entering a position. Do I have a clear drawn liquidity? Clear DOL, draw on liquidity, okay? First question, is it tapping a key area? Does it have IVG with momentum? We all know them 3 questions. They are bread and butter we've went through. If you don't know that, we have a serious issue, okay? Has it took, my English is terrible, took the BE line? Has it took a break-even line you want to use, like another unfilled fair value gap? Has it took another draw on liquidity? Do we have a clear SL placement? That means, is it clear where you're going to put your placement of your SL? Is it under an order block? Is it the wick of an order block? Is it at the wick low? Is it at the body close of the inverse? You should know before you enter the position where the SL goes. It should be the same on every single trade, depending on the situation. You should know where the SL is. Do we have SMT at the draw on liquidity? Has ES took our draw on liquidity already? If it has, are we still okay targeting that level because we've SMT maybe lower down? We're clearly pushing towards that draw on liquidity. Or if we've SMT and price is starting to stall, that SMT could hold and price come back down. So if we have SMT at the highs, maybe, depending on the situation, it's not best to enter the position. Or when we do take the draw on liquidity on ES, then go break even on your NASDAQ trade. That's what I do in my positions. That, in my opinion, is the best thing to do when trading, especially on these prop firms. They are just 6 of the main questions. You can write out your own questions as you go through backtesting, but they're the 6 I would look at before entering a trade and actually think about, am I happy with this? Another thing that you can ask yourself, am I okay? Am I okay? The only trade today. Are you okay with it being the only trade of the day? I take 1 win or loss a day or 2 break evens. I've said that on social media, and that's what I do. I take 1 win or loss or 2 break evens. Are you okay with it being your loss for the day? If you lose, are you happy? That was good setup. You can go off and be content that you lost. You didn't overtrade because you know it's a good setup. If you can't, then don't take the trade. You must have confidence in your setups. How do you get confidence in your setups and your draws liquidity, you're probably asking? True back testing, true live trading, aka forward testing, true actually learning the draws on liquidity, learn the key areas and find the good setups on back testing, and avoiding the bad setups on back testing. Take back testing seriously and you will see success on the live markets if you implement everything we've talked about in this series up to date. We'll leave it there. Make sure you're getting your back testing in and ask yourself these questions before you enter a position and avoid using and doing some of the mistakes I talked about throughout this video to stop taking them lower quality setups and wait for the higher quality setups. That's all from me. Peace out.